Today we are going to be learning how to look up investments in different companies and different assets, index funds. So let's jump right in. We're going to have an investing game. It's on Blackboard, and we're going to have a little competition. So we're going to practice how you would buy stocks, and we're just going to kind of figure this out a little bit. So you're going to go to your search engine, and you're going to type in a company you want to look up. So I'm going to look up Best Buy, and you're going to type in Best Buy share price. And then we're going to click search, and you're going to get a bunch of different websites. I like Yahoo. They seem to be able to, I don't know, I like their layout better. So we're going to go to Yahoo. I would recommend choosing Yahoo, and here we go. So here we have the Best Buy company. You can see the symbol right here is BBY. So you're going to need to look up the symbol. Well, you're going to need to look up the company. The symbol will be right here. And the price today is $106. So things are red because the price is down by about $2 here. Over here we can see a chart. Let's look at the 6-month chart. So this is kind of how the price has moved. So the price was, after the coronavirus crash, around $50, and now it's $100. So if you had bought Best Buy at the bottom of the crash, let's say you put $200 in Best Buy, 6 months later you would have had $400 because the price doubled to $106. We can go to 5 years out. If you bought it 5 years, it was worth $32. Let's see, if you bought it originally, it was worth like less than $1, so you would have really made a lot of money if you knew Best Buy was going to become a thing. Okay, so that's how you look at price, and mess around with these graphs if you want. It's kind of interesting to see how the price changes. So there's lots of stuff going on over here. I kind of want us to ignore this. This is just the opening and closing price. We don't need to talk about that. Here's your market cap value. So 27.5 billion market cap. What this number means is this is the value of the company according to the market. So it is the price times the total amount of shares. So when you buy one share in a company, which again for Best Buy is $106, you are a partial owner of that company. So you own a tiny fraction of Best Buy. If you buy 2 shares, you own a little bit more of Best Buy, and so on. So look up that market cap. This is the value of the company. For Amazon, for example, that's over like 1.5 trillion, I think. So Best Buy is significantly smaller than Amazon. And then also, I want you to look up one more thing. You're going to look for something that says dividends or yield with a percentage behind it. So here it says forward dividend and yield. This is 2%. So there's 2 ways you can make money on a stock. One is the price going up, like Best Buy did over the last 6 months from $50 to $106. And then on top of that, if you had 1 share of Best Buy, at the end of the year, Best Buy would give you 2% on your $100. So that means at the end of the year, Best Buy would pay you $2. A lot of times, people are angry because all these companies make a ton of money, but they don't realize that these companies are owned by the public, and you can make some of that money. I mean, it's more complex than that, but this is some of your return that you get. And over a lifetime, this makes a huge difference. So this is just one company. Once you know the symbols, like for example, Home Depot is HD. So I can just look up Home Depot, and here's Home Depot's price. So that's pretty straightforward. $269 right now. Today might be a good day to buy, actually. There's a 6-month. Interesting. Okay, so sometimes buying one company is super risky. So there are some other ways you can reduce your risk. One way is to buy index funds. So if we look up here, if you've ever heard of the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, the Russell, these are all index funds. So if we click on the S&P 500, the S&P's price is 3,426. Now, there are different ways you can buy the S&P. You can look up an ETF. So if you go to Google or whatever and you type in S&P ETF, these are companies that buy S&P companies, and then they sell it for a lower price so you can afford it. So here's one that I own. This again is just the S&P 500. If you go to holdings over here, you can see what this ETF holds. An ETF is an electronically traded fund. So it's a big basket or a big group of companies that somebody else chooses. So I like to invest in these because you have less risk and I don't have to do all of the research. So for this IVV, You can see they're holding Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Alphabet, Visa. You get the idea. These are 500 of the largest companies in the U.S. That's what the S&P 500 is. The Dow Jones is 30 large companies like Walmart, Verizon. You get the idea. NASDAQ is, again, a different group of companies. The Russell 2000 is a group of smaller companies. So let's say you want to invest in some new technology, but you don't know any companies. Let's say electric vehicles. So you type in electric vehicle ETFs. Now you're going to get a bunch of websites that are going to be electric vehicle ETFs. So let's click on this one. Let's see here. Here's one. All right, and the symbol is HAIL, H-A-I-L. So we're going to go back to Yahoo, type in HAIL. There it is. Again, this is an electric vehicle ETF. So if we look at the holdings, it has a bunch of different companies. Oh, they don't share their holdings. We'll look up another one where they do share their holdings. So they don't share their holdings, but you can see the price right here. You can see the symbol. This is how you're going to buy a ETF if you want to buy an ETF for our competition. Here's a ETF that I like. It's called ARC-Q. It's like a robotics, new technology type ETF. So the price is $57. I've been buying it for about a year. So as you can see, it used to be about $28, somewhere between $30 and $40. And we can see what companies that they hold. The heck? Well, they hold Tesla and some other robotics companies for some reason. Yahoo is not. There we go. All right. Tesla, Proto Labs, Stratasys. You get the idea. Just a bunch of companies that they believe are going to be good investments. So there's all kinds of ETFs. You can find video game ETFs. You can find computer ETFs. Probably clothing ETFs. You can find country ETFs. So if we search... let's say India. I was investing in India earlier this year. India ETFs. Let's see. 11 India ETFs. And here we go. Here's one of them, INDA. So we look up INDA over here. There it is. So one share of India's ETFs is $33. If you zoom out to a year, here you can see the coronavirus collapse and the price is bouncing back. So, and again, you can go over to holdings and you can see, what companies they hold. Some Indian companies down here, Reliance Industries. Back to summary. And so there you go. There's the price. There's the symbol. Here's the graph, and so on. Now, you can buy a lot more than just ETFs and companies. You can invest, for instance, in gold. So here we have the price of gold. If you search gold in the quote lookup, you are going to find a company, so you can invest in gold companies. This is the price of gold, about almost $2,000 today. You can invest in crude oil. So oil is about $40 today, which means you're technically buying oil and somebody will hold it for you. And if the price goes up, you can sell it. You can buy Bitcoin. Digital currencies are gaining popularity, although they're still, very high risk. But for the investment game for this class, I want you to have a little fun with it. So find something that you want to test out. You're kind of doing like a fake test run of investing $1,000 or $10,000, and we will see where that goes. If you have any questions, you can leave those in the comments below. If you want more information, I have a couple other longer, more in-depth videos on investing, and we will get to this, how to invest and everything in more detail later this semester. All right, I think that should be good. If you have any questions, again, hit me up in the comments or send me an email, and I will see you in the next video.